The Atlanta Falcons have officially begun the process of finalizing their roster, making 5 key moves on Thursday, headlined by the release of veteran cornerback Kevin King. These decisions provide a clear glimpse into the team's strategy and concerns as training camp gets underway. The release of King, 30, marks the end of a comeback attempt. A former second-round pick by the Packers in 2017, King has had a career plagued by injuries. After dealing with concussion, COVID-19, and various hip, knee, and shoulder issues in 2021, he ultimately tore his Achilles tendon while training in 2023. The Falcons gave him a shot last year, and he appeared in 15 games as a depth piece, recording 10 tackles. They brought him back on a 1-year deal this past April, but have now opted to move in a different direction. Beyond King's release, the other moves highlight the team's immediate health concerns. Key linebacker Troy Anderson was placed on a physically unable to perform (PUP) list, indicating he has not yet recovered from a football-related injury and cannot practice. Additionally, defensive lineman Laquelle London, linebacker Malik Verdon, and cornerback Kobe Bryant were all placed on a non-football injury (NFI) list, meaning they sustained their injuries outside of team activities. Analytically, these moves send a clear message. Availability is paramount. King's release, despite his veteran status, opens a roster spot for a younger, healthier defensive back to compete for. The placement of Anderson, London, Verdon, and Bryant on injury lists immediately thin out the depth at critical positions. Anderson's presence on the PUP list is particularly concerning, as he is expected to be a significant contributor to the defense. His absence puts more pressure on the rest of the linebacker core to step up from day one of camp. Looking ahead, the Falcons now have an open roster spot to fill, and the competition in the secondary intensifies. The most critical storyline to watch will be the health of Troy Anderson. The sooner he can pass a physical and be removed from the PUP list, the better it will be for the stability of the entire defense. For the 3 players on the NFI list, they are now in a race against time to get healthy and prove they belong before final roster cuts are made. What do you make of these early roster moves? Are you surprised by the release of Kevin King? And how concerned are you about the injury designations heading into camp? Let us know your thoughts below. These decisions are the unceremonious but necessary first steps in building a final 53-man roster. For the Atlanta Falcons, the battle for every single spot has officially begun. The future of Kyle Pitts in Atlanta has become one of the NFL's most compelling dramas. Just as trade speculation hit a boiling point, a new, familiar problem has emerged: injury. Pitts is currently sidelined from the Falcons' organized team activities, OTAs, with what ESPN reports is a strained muscle in his foot. This news adds another layer of uncertainty to a pivotal offseason for the star tight end. Head coach Raheem Morris initially announced the injury on Monday, June 2nd, without specifying its nature. He stressed that the team is being extremely cautious with their star player. Obviously, don't talk about injuries this time of year, but definitely being cautious with him, so you won't see him. Morris said, "He's been here, he's done a great job. He's been present for everything that we've done except for on the field, and he's been absolutely awesome to be around." For Falcons fans, this news triggers an uneasy sense of deja vu. This isn't the first time Pitts has dealt with injuries. He suffered a minor foot injury in college at Florida back in 2020. More significantly, his 2022 NFL season was cut short by a torn MCL after he had already missed time with a hamstring issue. This injury, even if minor, could not have come at a worse time. Pitts is entering the final, most important year of his rookie contract. With trade rumors already swirling, any question about his durability complicates matters significantly. It gives the Falcons front office another reason to hesitate on a long-term extension and could potentially lower his value on the trade market. While he played in every game last season, this latest setback adds to a concerning pattern of physical ailments that have prevented him from consistently replicating his dominant 1,000-yard rookie campaign. The hope is that this is a minor issue that will resolve quickly, as there is still plenty of time before training camp and the preseason. However, it casts a shadow over the start of a pivotal season. The question is no longer just, can Kyle Pitts return to his rookie form? But also, can Kyle Pitts stay on the field long enough to do so? How much does this latest injury concern you? Does it change your opinion on whether the Falcons should extend or trade him? Share your thoughts in the comments below. For a player with generational talent, the greatest opponent can sometimes be one's own body. As Kyle Pitts works to get back on the field, his future in Atlanta hangs in the balance, dependent not just on his performance, but on his ability to simply be available.